Hello and welcome to The Big Fight, a show that is young at 23, the oldest running debate show on Indian news television. I'm Sanket Upadhyay. All through last week, we saw a peculiar situation in Parliament, where the Treasury benches have been accused of not running the House. In fact, disrupting the House so much that there are adjournments. For 5 days straight, no business inside both houses of Parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Why? Because the Treasury benches feel that Rahul Gandhi has insulted India abroad because of his utterances in London. Rahul Gandhi came after 4 days. He says that I tried to speak, I was not given time. So if they want me to clarify, then allow me to speak. And then of course, there has started this whole war of words between the BJP and the Congress party on who said what in the press conference, who was tutored during a press conference. While all of this is happening, the big question over here is, who benefits from all this? Does the government benefit? Or does the Congress party benefit? Positioning their leader as the one who is going to be the main challenger to Narendra Modi. And where does the rest of the opposition find itself in this extremely binary battle that we saw all through last week? So on The Big Fight tonight, we are asking this very simple question, Rahul versus Modi Sarkar, because each day you have had senior ministers of the Modi government, including the chief of the BJP, mounting an attack on Rahul Gandhi. So this has clearly become Rahul Gandhi versus the entire Modi Sarkar. Who benefits from this standoff? Is it necessarily just the BJP or even the Congress party? I would like to introduce our guest, Ghanshyam Tiwari, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Rohan Gupta, chairman of the social media department and spokesperson of the Congress party. We have Professor Geeta Bhatt, political analyst. Her views lean towards the government. Alok Vats, leader of the BJP. Smita Gupta is a senior journalist. Sridhar Regula Reddy is a spokesperson of the BRS. And Professor Sanjay Kumar, psephologist and professor at the CSDS. Thank you very much for joining us. We begin with what we call is the first punch, where each of you get 1 minute of uninterrupted time for your opening comment. Smita Gupta, I would like to begin with you. Your time starts now.
Sanket, you began by referring to the events of the last week and saying, is this going to lead to a binary kind of situation? But the reference was to 2024, the next general election. Yes. I would say that this is maybe the hot topic this week. But over the year, I think we are going to see a great deal more as people gear up for the next elections. Because the situation in the country right now, as we see it, there is no doubt that the BJP is still holding the dominant narrative, sort of a Hindutva-driven nationalism on the one hand, and the business of a charitable state. These are they are functioning on these two, on the basis of these two. And there's a kind of hegemonic control that they have. Now, up against this, as we saw Rahul Gandhi this week, taking on the BJP and refusing to apologize, saying that let him have his say in Parliament. So people are gearing up for the 2024 election. But who are the people who are going to challenge the BJP? It's not the Congress by itself. Because among the political parties that we have, we can roughly divide them into two kinds: the national parties, the Congress and the CPI-CPM, and the others which are doing well in their own states, like the DMK in Tamil Nadu, the TMC in West Bengal, etc. Now for those regional parties, they have a problem. Their problem is that while they have electoral dominance over their states, when it comes to the center, they also want to maintain a kind of equilibrium, federal kind of equilibrium.
Okay. Smita Gupta, I'm going to come to you. Hold that thought and we'll elaborate on this further. Alok Vats from the BJP, your views.
See, what Rahul Gandhi has said, we are very badly hurt with it, that he has gone abroad and he has made utterances and then asked those forces to come and interfere in our affairs, which according to him is deteriorating. This is not tolerated at any extent. He has to apologize, and then only things can move forward. And basically, as you are saying, who's going to gain or lose in this whole gambit? Is there anybody in reckoning with us for the 2024 elections? Do we have any player to come and bat with us? We are very comfortable because of our work for the people, because of India's progress at the world level, and also the faith of the people in us.
Sure. Rohan Gupta.
See, it is really, surprising, and I'll not say now surprising, it is compulsion of BJP to disrupt this session of parliament because they are caught. They are caught because this JPC, obviously if they form JPC, they will be exposed in front of people of India. And BJP spokesperson used word interfere. I am challenging BJP and all their leaders or spokesperson to let me know at which place Rahul Gandhi ji has used this word interference. Point number one. Point number two. I'll show you at least 4 such debates where Mr. Modi outside the country has spoken about the past of the country. If that is wrong, and then why double standards? Number 3, if BJP feels that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said something against country, why they are not allowing him to speak in parliament because he is a parliamentarian, and clear the things, because they know. And fourth, and again, all their ministers and MPs say that who is Rahul Gandhi, he is just an MP, why we should allow. So one place you are opposing him, saying that he has spoken against the country, and you are disrupting the parliament. Number 2, you are not allowing him to speak. Number 3, so it is very, very clear, evident that this is your purpose, that to disturb the whole parliament session. And this is the first time in the history of Indian parliament the government purposefully wants this session not to work, and they are exposed
Let me introduce the regional players also, because if this is a binary, then where do the regional players find themselves? Are they in the reckoning or not? So Sridhar Revula Reddy, spokesperson of the BRS, your opening comments.
No, speaking on a foreign soil, bad about the country, or showing the country in the poor light, asking for a foreign intervention is certainly not a welcoming move. But at the same time, the BJP is trying to get political mileage out of this entire issue. And as my congressman friend was saying, this is the first time the ruling party is disrupting the parliament, and it is only to divert the attention of the people from the Adani scam. Today, whether divided or united, the entire opposition demanding for a JPC on Adani scam, neither Prime Minister talks about it, nor the government allows for a formation of a JPC. To divert this particular issue, they are using this, foreign speeches episode. And when Rahul Gandhi is no matter at all, he is not a match to Prime Minister Modi, why are you so bothered about his speeches on a foreign soil? This is only a drama that BJP is playing only to divert the country from the actual and more serious issues that the country is facing today. And we strongly demand a GPC to be formed on Adani, and BJP should to stop this drama immediately, the diversionary tactics. The country is watching your failures today. So for 2024, they are scared today, BRS and many other political parties, and questioning their autocratic approach, questioning their wrongdoings, and we are trying the best to expose their nexus between Adani and Pradhani. So they wanted to divert the parliament.
Okay, Mr. Reddy, I'm going to come back to you. So this point is being made on whether the BJP or the government is deliberately trying to stall the proceedings of parliament because they want to avoid a discussion. Ghanshyam Tiwari, your opening comments.
Greetings, Sanket, to you, my fellow co-panelists and the viewers. In India, we used to hear Atithi Devo Bhava. Now for BJP, in this mission of Hindu Rashtra, it has become Adani Devo Bhava. BJP has entered from Atal Advani Yug to Narendra Adani Yug. And as a result, we see for the first time that BJP has decided that no matter what the pressing issues of the country are, they will not allow the parliament to function. And then I see newspapers, every day you see in newspapers like this, pictures of the Prime Minister. And it is shocking that the entire cabinet, almost the entire cabinet is speaking here. They are ready to go on a news channel to give gyan on issues that may not matter to the country, but they are so scared to stand in parliament, face the leaders who have been elected, their own leaders, opposition leaders, talk to the nation. When the Prime Minister speaks in the Parliament, entire country will listen. When he speaks at a news channel, who knows who's listening? But the point is, at the news channel, they cannot turn off the mic. But in Parliament, they know that they can turn off the mic. So this is a government that decided that they will turn off the mic on the entire government and focus on methods by which they can escape this brazen attempt to loot India and mute the Prime Minister.
I'll come back to you and then you can continue talking about the mic. Your mic is going to be live here. Don't worry. In this TV studio, no turning off the mic is happening. Professor Geeta Bhatt.
Sanketji, as a cultural and constitutional democracy, this nation is, we know, is going to go into the electoral process in 2024, and the people of this country, in their wisdom, are going to decide who they want to see in the prime ministerial position post 2024. The point is that each political party, in their own right, are going to come forward and put probably their best foot, put a foot forward in telling what they have been doing for the people. And at the same time, there are certain political leaders who, when they are going abroad, who have full right to criticize the government, whether at home or abroad. But at the time they are insinuating and asking other nations to come forward to restore democracy. There is a blatant blame game going on, saying that democratic values have been abolished in this country, which we all know is totally farce. And at the same time, and this is not the first time that someone in the Congress has done that. We have seen Manishankar Iyer going to Pakistan and asking Pakistani people, the general over there in the program, that you come over to India and help us defeat the Prime Minister of the country. I mean, you don't have the confidence as a political party, as a political leader on your own self.
Okay. 1 minute time is up. Now I want to come back to you, Mr. Rohan Gupta. You see, the point is, you have alleged that here is a situation where the opposition, the government does not want the House to function because they fear that you will ask certain questions and they'll be forced into a debate, right? But at the same time, the Congress, does it or does it not see this as a grand opportunity to position its leader as the center of the political argument?
See,
is this or is this not good for your own internal positioning?
See, what we feel, Sanket, the time of Parliament, the way it is wasted, it shouldn't have done. It shouldn't have happened. It is the responsibility of government to ensure that the Parliament functions properly. And what we are asking something which is in public domain, that crores, lakhs and crores rupees of the people have been wiped out. We are just asking a proper inquiry. If the government feels that nothing wrong has happened, why they are scared of JPC? Number one. Number two. Again, I am coming back to my own point. If they feel that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has spoken something wrong against India, because BJP is not India. BJP must understand that anything which criticizes or anybody who criticizes BJP government is not anti-national. Because now, for 8 years, they are distributing the certificate of nationalism. But criticizing BJP government or Modi government for its failures is not anti-India. They must understand that.
You heard what Mr. Reddy said.
Right.
Mr. Reddy maintains that what Rahul Gandhi did on foreign soil is not correct.
Right.
But what Narendra Modi did on foreign soil, when there were certain utterances when he was on tour, is also not correct.
Yeah. And see, I'll tell you one thing. This is the small clip. So this is something PM has spoken outside the country, right?
These are his old speeches.
And he has
by the way, just to put things in perspective, he was quoting people as saying, and this is not his own view.
See, again, he's talking about the country before his regime. See, let us understand one thing. The issue is either we are questioning Mr. Rahul Gandhi talking about country outside the country. I have given the answer. Point number two, has Mr. Rahul Gandhi criticized India? The answer is no. I am challenging BJP spokesperson. Let me show the word interference if it is used by Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
Mr. Alok Watts, first of all, the comparison that has been made by Rohan Gupta, he just played out a portion of the Prime Minister's speech. He says that if it is a sort of an apology-worthy situation that Rahul Gandhi has made certain utterances and he must apologize, then by the same logic, by extension, the Prime Minister must also apologize.
See, the clip he has shown, in that the Prime Minister is saying people were saying like this. That means the present situation of the country was that people didn't want to live there.
I don't know.
It's not his own insecurity. He is not talking about himself. I don't want to live there.
So had Rahul Gandhi quoted people as saying, then that would have been fine.
Okay, even that is okay. Then दूसरी बात, it's a matter of, I don't know which year it was said.
2015.
Let bygones be bygones.
Huh?
Let's talk of the present.
Bygones be bygones.
How many years will you go back and give?
So then you also let bygones be bygones.
No. We are in the present.
He has made his speech. Over.
We are in the present and we must talk of the present. Well, the halting point is that he said that please interfere in our democracy, which is in danger.
Show me the word
What is the meaning of this?
I am challenging you, show me the word interference in the whole speech. I am ready to play Sanket. You can play it.
No, you have been challenging for everything. No.
You cannot
that
interfere
is what it has meant.
No, did he use the word interfere or not?
This is my question.
Please come and save.
Okay, one moment. What did he
save?
Let's come
save
to
our democracy.
What did he say?
What does he mean by that?
Yeah. He said that our democracy is jewel for the world, and the way this government is, diminishing the structure of our democracy, the whole world should see. He has not used word interference. What
do you mean by the word see?
See means because if the democracy of India is under threat by any government, all the democracies of the world they should see. That's it. Where is the word interference? No. You show me the word interference.
I think the argument over here is the meaning and the context of the word.
You cannot interpret something. Right, you cannot say that interference. Or Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said that UK or USA you should interfere. No, absolutely.
What is the meaning of see?
Because that is not interference. Interference क्या होगा? Interference कहाँ से हुआ?
What is the meaning of see? Tell me.
You cannot interpret the way you want.
What is the meaning of see? They will come with binoculars and see.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi is ready to say that in Parliament you allow.
Seeing is interference.
Why you are stopping Parliament? Why you are stopping Parliament?
He is asking
you allow
them
Mr.
to
Rahul
help
Gandhi
him.
to speak.
He is asking them to help him.
Why you are worried? Why are you scared of?
We are not scared.
And why you are
and we are scared of Congress.
Why you are not allowed?
We are
why
scared
you are not
of Congress.
allowed Mr. Rahul Gandhi to speak and
Congress.
Because you are afraid.
Because you are afraid that unfortunately I have become an MP.
You will be exposed.
One by one.
You mean to say we are scared of a man who himself said on the record on the...
Why you are afraid?
Please, come on, I'll have to outshout you. One moment, please. Silence. Some order, please. I wish Parliament functioned this way. There would have been some heated discussion. However, Mr. Alok Watts, if you say that Rahul Gandhi is inconsequential, nobody takes him seriously, he calls himself unfortunately, I hope you realize 4 union ministers, the BJP party chief, many other senior leaders of the BJP are the ones who have taken Rahul Gandhi's comments seriously. So when you say he should not be taken seriously, your own party is taking him very, very seriously.
Let me tell you one thing. We take everybody very seriously once it comes to opposition. Whether he is small or whether he is
First you
big.
make up your mind. Yeah. Do you take Rahul Gandhi seriously or not?
Seriously in the sense as an opponent. Politically he is not being taken seriously by the country.
Okay.
Because he himself makes his goalpost and he himself kicks the ball in the goal. Every time he does something like this, that is back to square. On the national channel, you have heard him saying that unfortunately I became an MP. And the other man is telling him, what are you saying this? So own goal, own post, matter finished.
Okay. Yeah, one by one, yes.
Well, I think if you talk about interference of foreign countries in Indian politics, BJP in 2018 in Parliament passed a law that allowed foreign entities to donate to political parties without a debate in Parliament. Till this point, no leader of BJP, including Mr. Watts, who's quite eloquent, will be able to defend this. The whole electoral bonds, the opaque money coming into politics, the Adani Shell Ghotala, whatever the Shell companies are, the participation of Elara in defense deals, where Adani is a partner. All these things are foreign intrusions in Indian politics. The party that on one end would want endless money from unknown partners outside India to run its propaganda and politics and large-scale events, and yet will not stand in the parliament. It's a sad day. I think when this parliament session is over, the next government must remind the people that we must do 2 minutes of mourn on a certain day in March to remind the people that parliament was muted by the prime minister who is often charged to speak too much rather than too little. If the prime minister who has spoken too much has speeches on all across the world is not able to come to the parliament, look into the eyes of his own members of parliament. And by the way, we are talking about 2024. 2024 is election for the parliament. It's in the same Lok Sabha where mics are getting muted. So they are turning the Indian democracy hollow on one end by passing laws that enable foreign entities to participate, interfere in Indian democracy. On the other hand, going to TV channels but not going to parliament when the session is right there.
Okay. Smita Gupta, I'll come to you. Smita Gupta, you see the question, and I'm again coming back to the main focus here, who benefits? And one is a long-term benefit, that is the contest of 2024, and the other is the build-up to 2024. And in that, if you keep that as the context, showcasing Rahul Gandhi as the problem and attaching so much relevance to his comment, so much so that many senior union, an entire government, by the way, is up in arms against one individual, giving him that sort of importance. And the Congress party also, deciding that yes, we are not going to apologize, we will say our own thing. Is this very clearly a benefit to both? For the Congress, that they are being able to project their leader as, the key contestant for the 24 battle, and for the BJP that they have as many in the opposition allege, an easier opponent to deal with. They had it in 2014, 2019, and now again in 2024.
See, I can't sort of predict who will benefit at the end, but I can certainly talk about the strategies of the two in adopting the stance.
So is this a win-win for both in terms of the arguments that they make? For instance,
that I cannot predict right now.
If Rahul Gandhi says that I'm not allowed to speak, and then if he's actually not allowed to speak, or he does not end up making his point, then he can go and tell people, look, exactly what I said.
See, the thing is that it is a fact that though the BJP repeatedly tries to call Rahul Gandhi Pappu, they are still scared of him. I don't know why. Because nothing in his...
scared of Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah, because nothing in his record has shown that they need to be frightened. 1 minute, let me finish. Let's go back a few years. If you remember when the land acquisition bill, the BJP was trying to change it and the Congress opposed it. This is after the BJP had come to power. And Rahul Gandhi made some speech in which he just made an offhand statement about, ye suit boot ki sarkar hai. Okay, it's a clever punchline, but it's not something which you think would have a shelf life. But it led to Mr. Modi changing his entire wardrobe. Do you remember? So they are scared of him. And we've repeatedly seen that some offhand punchline or something throwaway remark by Rahul Gandhi has made them, get very agitated, out of proportion.
But what
Similarly, this time, I will go along with Mr. Gupta, who says that we have to make a distinction between government and country. I, as an Indian citizen, will not criticize my country abroad, but I am free to criticize my government, and that is exactly what Rahul Gandhi did. But Mr. Modi and his government and his ministers, they don't want India to get, their government to get a poor image. He is in the business of becoming Vishwaguru. A Vishwaguru who doesn't believe in democracy, who believes in microphones being switched off in parliament. The two don't gel. So for the Congress, obviously, it is still the largest opposition party. And it does wish to promote Rahul Gandhi as the face of the opposition coalition that they are trying to form. So that is why they have adopted this position.
Okay.
For the BJP, it's the opposite. They don't want this Vishwaguru image to crumble. They don't wish to get a poor image outside. I mean, at the moment, the government is in this business of, they think that because they are leading the G20 right now, they have suddenly become Vishwaguru. I mean, we know that it's actually something that rotates. It's in rotation.
Okay. Professor Sanjay Kumar of the CSDS is also with us. Professor Kumar, you know, the events of last week of Rahul Gandhi coming, his utterances abroad, him, saying that I'm not being allowed to speak, at least allow me to speak now. Who do you think it stands to benefit? The government, which says that no, first say sorry. In that case, Rahul Gandhi will turn around and say, see, they don't, my point proven. I'm not allowed to speak. And on the other hand, if he is allowed to speak, and then he will again end up making, those allegations which the government finds uncomfortable.
Sanket, I think elections are all about narrative. People don't look at what is the real fact and what is the substance in the fact. So it is about narrative. And my own sense is that the narrative is clearly in favor of BJP. I'm not saying what Rahul Gandhi has said doesn't find resonance in the country or not. But I think the narrative is that whatever Rahul Gandhi has said on the foreign land, whatever he has said, he should not have done that. He should not have said that. He should have said that in the Indian parliament, in the Indian media. So clearly, in terms of electoral gains, if at all there is some electoral gain, it is definitely in favor of BJP. It's not tilted in favor of Congress, given if I go by the public mood about the statement given by Rahul Gandhi.
Okay, your view, Ghanshyam. Yes, Professor Bhatt first and then Ghanshyam Tiwari.
Well, Sanketji, I was just remembering, in I think it was February 2014 when Telangana bill was brought in the parliament. And we remember that how suddenly there was a complete blackout on TV. Even the proceedings were stopped, and how the marshals actually, threw out certain parliamentarians out of the Lok Sabha. So all that is also very much, in the history of this country.
Professor Bhatt, your colleague here says,
this is something.
Let bygones be bygones.
It is. No, but this is a fact. That is his view, that let bygones be bygones. But the fact remains that this is there. This dark chapter is there in this Indian parliament. In this Indian parliament.
Yeah.
I just want to put forth, let us remember,
just to remind
the...
He is saying bygones be bygones.
Reminding Mr. Gupta and Madam that this parliament has also seen when the
total
block of... Is there anything incorrect in what I am saying?
No,
if you can just tell me. I am asking you because you are not allowing me to speak.
I am just asking.
You are not allowing me to speak, Mr. Gupta. The fact is that if whatever I am saying, is there anything wrong? Didn't the blackout take place? Weren't the marshals,
fine. You mentioned Telangana.
My point is,
yes. A representative from Telangana wants to respond.
Yes, I just want 10 seconds more. And the time and again, it is the JPC is being, put forth by the Congress party, that why the JPC is not being. We very well know the Supreme Court has already put a committee, has been formed to look into it.
Yes, coming.
And
Mr. Regula Reddy, just one minute.
The opposition is not united.
Okay, fine. Mr. Regula Reddy,
Congress has already opposed the Congress party on forming of
JPC. Yeah.
This once again shows the anti-Telangana approach of BJP and their supporters. You are referring a case where a state formation with all the parties have agreed by them. And if somebody wanted to create a disturbance, when you are passing a bill, you know the process, how it is. And you are today taking it as an example only to insult Telangana. I take a serious objection to it. Number two, Sanket, I just wanted to show a video here.
Abki baar sarkar.
Yeah, we got the reference.
It's a matter of insult. The Prime Minister went to a foreign soil, proposed the incumbent president to be the next president again, and he lost the election. You made the country's Prime Minister position a laughing stock, and you talk about Rahul Gandhi. Take it as an example. Ask for a apology. Did Mr. Narendra Modi, ask for an apology after the loss of Trump? Who was wrong then? How irresponsibly BJP is behaving?
Okay, a quick right to reply.
One thing, Sanket.
Yeah.
Today, disrupting parliament, showing Rahul Gandhi all the times. Rahul Gandhi versus Modi. You wanted to continue to show this and show us as a weak opposition. Entire opposition is weak. No, Modi is bigger than everybody. This drama is always played by Modi and his team, and country understands this today.
Okay.
Hence,
Alok, what's the response? Many times, beyond your stated position of let bygones be bygones, I think there will be a point of reference.
What he is referring to.
No, there will be a point of reference. If you think taking domestic politics abroad is wrong, then why is it right in the case of Prime Minister Modi?
No, domestic politics taking abroad, what do you mean by that?
No, issues of domestic politics.
And then inviting people to come and interfere?
No, you
Where
heard.
is interfere?
You heard.
Listen
you
to
heard
me.
the clarification from the Congress.
Mr. Reddy
Then what is the worst
should be
clarification?
Mr. Reddy should be very. Mr. Reddy should be very, proud that the Prime Minister was in a position in some country to go and tell his fellow men to make this man the president. Had he won, वो चेला बन जाता.
What is he saying? He lost the election. चेला बना.
मोदी जी ने कैंपेन किया.
क्या हो रहा है?
Trump चेला बन जाते.
Obviously, if I make you win, you will not have some soft corner for me. At least I'm in that powerful position.
He's talking about Prime Minister of the country going to other country, that person getting defeated. Now he's saying उसको चेला बना.
अगर वो जीत जाता तो
मजाक थोड़ी हार
बात करते कि Prime
One moment.
Minister.
I think the allegation over here is what business does
At least he is in that powerful position to go and make that move there.
क्या हो गया? वो तो
And that is
हार
okay.
गए.
What is wrong in that?
Okay, there is nothing wrong in campaigning for
Campaigning for somebody, that's your democratic.
He's Prime Minister of India. He's not going as a BJP leader there.
Whatever
if he's going, no, you are going as a Prime Minister of India, campaigning for an individual candidate. How, I don't know. कैसे आप चेला बना?
Okay, one by one. Mr. Reddy and then Professor Kumar. One by one.
Sanket, anyways, Honorable Prime Minister is doing the same job. Election to election, chief campaigner of BJP only. However, he is not doing the Prime Minister job perfectly. And you see the Prime Minister in various states only when elections happen. So आप अभी चीन में, you go to China, you go to Bangladesh, you go to Pakistan, propose who should become Prime Minister and President. How can you say this, Mr. Alok Vats?
Maybe one day we will become so powerful that we will govern every place.
आपका power कहाँ गई? Lost the election यार.
अखंड भारत.
विश्व गुरु में यही सब होगा.
Seriously.
All this will happen when
I want to
India
come back to
finally.
come back to the main issue, please.
Has America and Russia not dominated all over the world?
One more.
If we become that powerful, we will also dominate all over the world. Don't worry. Those days are very near.
Okay. In that hope, Ghanshyam Tiwari, just coming back to the... one moment, Mr. Reddy. Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari, coming back to the main point of discussion here. Where do regional parties see themselves in what is appearing to be? And I would like to draw your attention to this cartoon which was released by the BJP. I am sure you must have seen it. It's a 4-minute cartoon film which does not show any opposition leader apart from Congress. So in the BJP's mind, Congress is the principal. They're fighting Congress. And for the Congress, they're also fighting the BJP. So their positioning is clear. फिर आप क्या करेंगे?
Well, BJP, I think in 2014, Prime Minister was wish guru. Wish कीजिए, काला धन आ जाएगा, wish कीजिए, 2 करोड़ नौकरी होगी, wish कीजिए. 40 रुपए का पेट्रोल होगा, विश कीजिए. 40 रुपए का डॉलर होगा, विश कीजिए.
The wish guru, WISH.
हाँ, the wish guru has now.
ये सब गाने अब कोई सुनना नहीं चाहता. बहुत गालिए.
Alok, let him speak. No?
बहुत गाना गालिए इस चीजों का.
While he is trying to become wish guru, entire BJP is becoming wish guru. That our America will ask करेंगे. I mean, look at the record of the Prime Minister. Mr. Bolsonaro was invited as a guest of Republic Day. He lost. Mr. Trump lost, right? Mr. Boris Johnson lost even before coming. So the track record of people who are either on the wrong side of democracy or dictatorial, from Bolsonaro to Putin, is not looking pleasant. As far as regional parties is concerned, whether you look at Bengal, you look at Uttar Pradesh, you look at Delhi, you look at Telangana, you look at Tamil Nadu, BJP doesn't have a chance because they are in the Wish Guru mode. They cannot stand in parliament. This is shocking. The Prime Minister of India cannot stand in parliament.
On the other hand, in all these states, at least most of these states, you have a weird situation where none of you are willing to accept the Congress party as the main fulcrum of the opposition.
But people are not,
that is a fact.
People are not voting for Congress party as a fulcrum of the opposition in that state. People are voting either for BJP
tell that to the
or
Congress.
Either for BJP or for the contender against BJP. So in Uttar Pradesh, we got nearly 3 crore votes in 2022.
And where is that understanding between you and the Congress? You see, if you are presenting a united front, even on the issue of the JPC, Ms. Gupta, we do not have a united front. The TMC does not agree with the demand of the Congress that there should be a JPC. They feel that this will play into the hands of the government. There will never be a fair proof.
I cannot speak for...
I'll come to you. First Smita Gupta and then you.
No, that was the point I was making right at the beginning, that for certain regional parties, which include the Trinamool Congress, the problem is that while they wish to see themselves as part of a national coalition, they simultaneously in their own state they see every other political party as an enemy, and that includes the Congress. And let's not forget that it's just very recently that the Congress and the CPM together won a by-election in Bengal. So that has made them even more wary.
And the TMC has become their sworn enemy now.
So my point is really that for these regional parties where the Congress is also a player, maybe a minor player, there will be a problem. But on the plus side, out of the 303 seats that the BJP won last time, 262 are only confined to 12 states. So if the opposition is really serious, it has to sit down and
focus on those 12.
Focus on those 12 states.
And to that effect, has an effort begun, in all fairness?
Not really, because there are...
Not at all.
There is one where the major regional parties, 3 leaders actually, Mamta, Chandrasekhar Rao, these 2 are outside. Aam Aadmi Party has got 1 foot in because they attended a meeting recently called by Mr. Kharge, which was a bit of a surprise. So people are wondering what is happening there.
What will happen
there. But in the end, I think as we get closer to the elections, the only way forward is not to project a leader, no matter what people say, but instead to look at...
But you know, with events like these, the way it is happening, it is very clear. Let me ask this to Professor Sanjay Kumar. Professor Kumar, it is very clear that the opposition has a leader. They are projecting their face. And with Rahul Gandhi in the center of the storm right now, it is very clear that for the Congress party, he will be projected as that leader. That effort has begun.
So there is no doubt about that Congress will project Rahul Gandhi as the main face of the party. But do we understand that Rahul Gandhi would be projected as the face of the opposition? That's certainly not going to happen. It's very, very clear. Many political parties have made it clear that first, they don't want to have any alliance with the Congress. And if you don't want to have any alliance with the Congress, how do you expect these parties to accept Rahul Gandhi as the face of the opposition? So Rahul Gandhi certainly is the face of the Congress party, but certainly not the face of the opposition in 2024.
But what about the build-up? Professor Kumar, you see, how do you declare someone as the face? What is the, how do you stake claim? By certain activities, right? No, and do you feel that that activity has started?
No, the activity
He's in the center of the storm.
Activity has started for the Congress party, but not for the opposition. Because there are various issues, even on this issue of Rahul Gandhi's statement in Cambridge and in various places in London. I don't see all the political parties rallying behind Rahul Gandhi or supporting his statement. So the activity is only limited to Congress. The activities are limited to various regional parties, but these activities doesn't cut across various political parties. So we don't see any effort of all these regional parties or opposition parties coming together. So I think the process of declaring someone as the face of the opposition would be parties meeting together, having a common minimum program, and then you say, this is the person under whom we are all going to contest elections against Modi.
Yeah.
That is definitely not a possibility in 2024, a zero possibility, no possibility at all.
Okay. Yeah, Professor Bhatt first and then I'll come.
Yeah, you see, there is, Sanketji, no doubt that Congress party, they have done a lot in giving a makeover to Mr. Rahul Gandhi and projecting him as, as a political leader for the country. 175 days or more of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, where of course we saw that a large number of political parties, their representatives, they did not join that yatra in spite of the invitation given by the political party. And also after doing that, and then 30 plus days abroad and all this, criticism of that we are losing democratic values in this country and inviting other foreign countries to come and, look into what is happening in India. The second point is that
what do you say to the Congress's denial of this assessment?
See,
you just now heard Rohan Gupta says he has never said this.
No, they have. I want to, please let me finish. Gupta. I'll come to that. I just want to put forth one more point over here. One is that other political parties, Congress has projected him, as the face of that. He's going to be the face of the opposition. The other opposition parties are not ready to accept that. And also the second point is whether the people of this country are going to accept him as the, as a opposition candidate.
But the BJP itself has opted for him as the main face of the opposition, and I draw your attention again to that cartoon.
Yes, I
watch that 4-minute
course.
Cartoon.
Yes.
Only and only Congress party. Only Rahul Gandhi. And I saw that it was very funny. There was a sharp contrast where there is a very quiet and calm Narendra Modi versus an angry and agitated Rahul Gandhi, of course in a cartoon form.
Well, we have seen Mr. Rahul Gandhi speaking innumerable times during his yatra also, and what all he has said, and I don't want to get into all that, the kind of prompts that have to be given to him while speaking to
in his election speeches, it's not like Narendra Modi is calm and quiet, he also speaks.
No.
Speaks his mind.
Yeah, I'm not, that is what I'm saying. When he speaks his mind, people do notice that what Mr. Rahul Gandhi speaks, and it is for the people of this country to decide, frankly speaking, that how they judge him as the face of the opposition, along with the other rest of the political parties.
Yes, Smita Gupta and then.
Yeah. See, it is natural for the Congress to project Rahul Gandhi, but what I'm saying is that you don't need to project an opposition leader. In 1989, VP Singh was not projected as the Prime Minister. Even after winning the election, do you remember that whole VP Singh, Chandrasekhar, maybe you were too young.
But I do remember.
You remember.
I know about it.
In which, anyway. So I'm just saying that you don't really need to project a leader. H.D. Devegowda, he came out of nowhere, absolutely. At least VP Singh was in the picture. So that is number one. And number two, if there is a solid opposition unity and I agree with Mr. Sanjay, that you do need a common agenda. That without that you cannot do. But I think you can do without a leader, because if that opposition unity does work without a leader, it is a fact that the Congress will have the largest number of seats if they are in a position to actually form a government. And in which case, the Congress doesn't have to make this big noise about Rahul Gandhi now. If they can actually win and lead an election,
I'll give you a right
he would automatically become.
Well, I believe the 2024 election eventually will boil down to one simple thing, that will more states vote for Mr. Modi, the Wish Guru, or Vishwaguru, whatever we want to call him, or they will vote against him. And in states that there is a fulcrum of opposition, which is not Congress, will Congress say that we endorse that fulcrum, and vice versa. In states where SP is not there, but Congress is the fulcrum, do parties like SP say that we endorse Congress as the fulcrum in that state? And that simple arithmetic or simple equation does not require any larger, grander declaration of somebody as a leader. And in any case, in case of BJP, until they continue this mutiny in parliament, right? They are not going to be
mutiny.
Yeah, right. In parliament, they are not going to be able to face the country. I think BJP is looking less ready than it has ever been.
What dictionary do you read? You come up with these amazing puns.
It happened just a couple of years back. UP ko 7% and when SP and Congress were together. And how conveniently they parted up.
In 2017, UP ke ladke did not work.
How conveniently they parted away when they didn't get power there.
Rohan Gupta, coming next week on Monday, You know, I'm just throwing this out as a proposal. You want to corner the government. Their condition is say sorry or issue a clarification. So then ideally, if you really want to put them on the mat, this is all you have to do.
So
and then you can continue asking all the questions that you want.
Let Mr. Rahul Gandhi speak in Parliament. Let the country decide whether he has spoken against the country or this government. As one of the panelists said, that speaking against the government is not anti-India. You are going out of the country, campaigning for one party there, and that party loses, and he wanted to make him a chela as per BJP spokesperson. Is that more bizarre than rather than, because we want to protect our democracy. He has just gone outside and said that our media is under threat, our press is under threat, our parliament is under threat, our judiciary is under threat. That's what he has spoken. Why BJP is so scared? Why 4 ministers have to come out and speak against Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Why they have to stall parliament? Because they know that the reality of the matter is they have to ensure that this session doesn't work, because they will be exposed. Because lakhs and crores of the people have been wiped out. When Congress raises that issue, they are countering with this issue. If they wanted solution, they should allow Mr. Rahul Gandhi to speak in parliament and let the agenda work. We are ready for that.
So you would want him to speak on Monday?
Absolutely. But I'm sure this government won't allow, because it's compulsion. They're compulsion. We know that.
What is the compulsion?
They will not allow this session to work. Because कई बार बोलते हैं राहुल गांधी इम्पोर्टेंट है हमारे लिए, तो वो हम सबको सीरियसली लेते हैं, और कई बार बोलते हैं कि इम्पोर्टेंट है. आप तो माइंड तो बना लीजिए, आप पहले माइंड बना लीजिए. जैसे आपने कहा कि यू आर रिलीजिंग वन वीडियो और 4-minute वीडियो अबाउट राहुल गांधी, एंड यू आर सेइंग नो वी आर नॉट स्कैर्ड. If you are not scared, why your 4 mantris are going out and talking against Mr. Rahul Gandhi? If you are not scared, why you are not allowing to speak in parliament?
Okay.
दोनों बाजू आप बात कर रहे हैं. आप पहले अपना माइंड बना लीजिए, फिर देश के सामने जाइए.
Quick 10-second comment of Mr. Reddy, and then I'll come to you.
Sanket, let us not get into the trap of this, BJP's, always who is versus Modi, and they want to show Rahul Gandhi. Again, they say he's weak, so Modi will win. The larger agenda would be a debate and discussion should happen on the issues and failures of Modi. That is what BRS wants. There should be a debate and discussion in the country where they have failed. They have failed this country completely. The country's youth, country sections of, all sections of the people must discuss this. And BJP is always trying to do this kind of an activity where who is versus Modi? It is Modi versus people this time in 2024, and people will win. We, BRS, our leader, Honorable Chief Minister KCR, want the people to win in these elections.
Yes.
Not Modi or anybody else.
Let me tell you one thing. First of all, Rahul Gandhi should apologize and let the parliament function. Second, as things stand, and everything you are relating to 2024, the opposition is in complete disarray. Congress is nowhere in sight, and BJP is going to go 400, more than 400 in 2024.
400, huh?
It's about chance of
elections. He's also including the US elections.
US elections से आप क्यों इसको relate कर रहे हो? Had they not dominated world politics?
How I wish.
See, we were there too.
Thank God, we are having a good discussion here. But how I wish this can start happening Monday onwards from inside Parliament. Right? So that's Smita Gupta covers it, and so do we. Thank you very much. Stopping for a short break at this moment. News continues on the other side.